Bingo, bingo, bingo. All right now. Hello. How y'all doing? Can you hear me now? Hey G, Fifi, Jess. I was asking G, how's the little one doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Uh-oh. Supposed to be doing something. Excuse me, I'm trying to share myself out. There we go. All right, let's try to get some. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, well, congratulations. Hard work is paying off, and that's a good thing. Okay, that's all right. Long as she getting that award, that's a good thing. Tell her Uncle David says congratulations or Uncle B hype. I'm trying to wait for a few more people to get in. Tonight we're going to talk about forgiveness, why it's important. Yes, the importance of forgiveness. Sure got my notes together. All right. Hey, Florence. Thank you for coming through. How you doing? Please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. How you been, Florence? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming through. And of course, before I get started, I just want to reiterate the announcement that I made on Tuesday that hey, Q and Nene, I won't be doing the individual. Oh, congratulations! Florence is monetized. Thank you for sharing me out, Almighty. That the morning motivations it'll be different. I'm working on that now. Probably Monday, I'm going to start the new routine, and I'll make sure I post something to let everybody know. But I do want to let you all know that I appreciate you allowing me to share myself with you, share part of y'all's journey. What's going on, Q and Nene? How y'all doing out there? And once again, congratulations to Florence. She is now monetized. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, Florence. Really, G? So now you're gonna get this out of me. Well, one of my goals is to do more videos. It's a different style of videos. So yeah, that's the plan. I was working on one before time just something seems to fly. Now I know time doesn't fly and it's always the same time, but I was working on the video and I said, yes, video. Oh man. I'm gonna let Ahmedi know you said that one, G. He said video. Yeah, it is important to set goals. Well, thank you, Jess. Thank you. Yeah, I'm working on more videos like that. I know, G. And look, she'll be doing a video, and I'd just be sitting and I'd look at her if she didn't do it, and then she had to look up and say, video. Aunt Maddie is doing fine, Florence. She's working on some more on some projects right now. So, well, thank you, Jess. And like I said, I'm trying to work on some different videos, a different type of video. It's fun. It's exciting. It's different. It requires a lot more work, but no food challenges, bruh. Mm-mm. Nah, no food challenges. That is definitely out of the question. I, that mukbang thing ain't for me. Yeah. I got a problem without doing the mukbangs. So I'm trying to figure out how to eat less. Definitely don't want to eat more because that sometimes I find myself watching these mukbang videos, and I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. Yeah, I know. G, it's going to be different. This Thanksgiving thing with the pandemic going on. It's going to be really different. It's going to be challenging. We probably won't have the big giant meetings that I Thursday. Well, Thursday is my day to go live, G, but I don't know. Hey, Positive Pusher, thank you for coming through. How you doing? I don't know, G. I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it because although we won't, I don't know what we're doing Thanksgiving. We can't seem to, get a handle on it. I don't know if we're doing it here or if we're going to my son's. Not sure, but you know, I probably won't go live. That I'll just take the day off. Try not to eat too much. And shout out to the 6 people that's watching. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight, I want to talk about forgiveness. In order to release yourself from the pain of your past, you have to forgive. Now, it is a difficult process. It definitely isn't easy. But you also have to understand that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. It's if you continue to hold on to all that negative energy, you'll be filled with anger, tension, resentment, and you'll take all of that to it goes with you wherever you go. Any other relationship that you have, whether it's a business relationship, a personal relationship, an intimate relationship, it you'll take that with you until you actually can forgive whoever it is. Some people say, hey, you know, that's my motivation. But you cannot achieve a positive goal with a negative mindset. It just doesn't work. Yeah, that may motivate you and push you to get through it wherever you're trying to go. But once you achieve that goal, you start the process all over again. And so you have to live in that painful moment just to get where you're going. And living like that is not healthy. All that negative energy will affect your body. It affects you physically as well. You may not seem like it, but negative energy will drain you. It would definitely drain you. So you have to forgive. You can't give somebody that much power. You go to a party and you're in there, you're having a good time. That person shows up and you look, and now you're mad. It brings up all that stuff that you was mad at them about. They walking through the party, shaking hands, laughing, dancing, having a good time. Now you sitting in the corner. You mad. You big mad. Some point you just have to forgive them. Let it go. Hey, Noam, welcome in. You have to let them be. I remember I was looking at, there was an award show on BET or somewhere. And, on Facebook, they they are, everybody's a fashion critic or their music. They know all about music or whatever. So they're on Facebook. They got all this stuff. They're talking about who's doing what. I wasn't watching it. And I just happened to, come up on Facebook. And it was something on BT, and Lil Kim was getting an award, some kind of achievement award. And the question on Facebook was, one of the questions was, how could Faith Evans pass out this award to Lil Kim, even stand on the same stage with her? Now, everybody that knows about the hip hop, that's in the hip hop, hey, Cindy, that Lil Kim and Biggie Small had a thing while he was married to Faith Evans. And so the question, they said, well, how can she do this? Well, at some point, long before this moment happened, she forgave everybody involved. Now, somebody probably told her, or maybe she figured out on her own, that in order for her to be a good mother, to have a good career, to be an overall better person, that she would have to let that anger go, to forgive everybody involved. And so she had well prepared herself for that moment long before she had to give out that award. So it's necessary. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Excuse me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, nephew? What's going on? Oh, yeah. That's my nephew. Yeah. What's going on, Holland? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, yeah, Kim. Forgiveness is definitely for you. You know, because that person is probably not going to lose any sleep. They're going to continue with their life, and you're sitting here, you're pouting, and you can't function because you're mad. You got to let it go. You just have to. It is imperative. Let go of the negative energy. Because you'll develop a pattern of just you'll be in a relationship with someone else and they'll do something and it'll remind you of the person that you didn't forgive. So now you take that out on them, and that'll be your out. That will be your reason why you can get out of the relationship because you have not forgiven those, or yeah, you just forgive them, even if it means forgiving yourself. Like I said, it's a process, and it's easier. People, it's not easy, and as the saying goes, oh man, uh uh hey, Kristen, I'm sorry, y'all. My nephew, oh man, well, you know that. Well, yeah, well, I had to, bruh. I had to. But look how you turned out. You all right. You look crazy, but we all are. Y'all, let me tell y'all, when that guy would come over to the house, he was little, and he provided so much joy for us when he would come to the house. Because I mean, oh man, if we went somewhere, he went somewhere. It was just, and he never wanted to go home. And actually, we didn't want him to leave. So he was one of the fellas. He was that dude, and I love him to life, and I'm so proud of him. He's grown up to be such a wonderful man. He a little crazy, but hey, but yeah, and also, don't wait. If you're waiting for someone to apologize to you instead of you for just forgiving them, and you're sitting there, don't wait for an apology that you may not get, because some people are incapable of, some just are unable to apologize. Sometimes they don't feel it, they don't realize that they did something wrong. Or you have some that did something wrong and they truly don't care. And so you're sitting there and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're hoping for this apology. Life gets better when you accept the apology that you never get. It just let it go. Let it be. Let them be them. And you go on and live your life and enjoy yourself. That way you can accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. You can live the life that you want to live because you have freed yourself from that thing that's holding you. Hey, Destiny, thank you for coming through. Please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Shout out to the 10 people in the room. I appreciate y'all. What's up, little fella? T Lemon. Yeah. Yes, positive pusher. You have to. You if you spend all your time waiting for somebody to do something, they probably aren't. Thank you, Destiny. That chances are they won't do. Then it's like treading water. And holding a grudge and being angry serves you no purpose. I heard something the other day, and the guy said, what did he say? See, I wrote it down. See, this is what happens when you get old, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Let's see. Da, da, da. Oh, I guess I lost it. Yeah. Anger, ah, anger only destroys the vessel that it is in. Holding on to a grudge is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Thank you for sharing me out, Jess. There it is. That's exactly what I was looking for, positive pusher. I mean, you're sitting there and you're stewing and you're mad and so you drink the poison and you trying to figure out why you are laying over here in the middle of the floor. It's not how it works. You have to forgive them and just let them be. If it means, and even it sometimes it's family. And yeah, that's kind of hard because that's your family. And you can't sometimes get away from them. But you have to just forgive them. Take the power, take your power back. You'll sleep better, you'll feel better, the air will be fresher, and you'll look at people differently. Because like I said, if you're constantly hanging on to that anger, everybody that you meet, you'll be mad at them at some point because you're still holding on to that thing. You just won't let it go. You know, life is hard enough. Trying to accomplish our goals, trying to get where we're trying to go, trying to achieve things. It's hard enough without you adding more pressure to it. Find the people that are willing to help you, that are willing to love you and cherish you. And yeah, because we all run across people that are going to hurt us, and sometimes it's not intentional. Excuse me, y'all. This little boy is about to drive me crazy. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. Got out of town guests, and sometimes kids don't cooperate. Yeah, but take back your power. Don't let them have that much control. In fact, nobody should have that much control over how you act, what you do, your decision making process. Because see, if you haven't forgiven and you have that animosity, you can't think straight, you can't get nothing together because you're so focused on, you know, that negative energy. And that's what you will attract. What you put out into the universe is what you get back. And if you're constantly giving off negative energy and you're trying to figure out why your relationships don't work, because you keep giving off that negative energy. You won't let it go. Your pride won't let you. Man, that pride thing, that pride and ego are two of the most dangerous things if you don't get it under control and understand that sometimes you have to put your pride in your pocket and you have to ramp down your ego. It does, Kim. Because if you're constantly angry, when do you have time to be happy? You know, I know of people that are angry all the time. I mean, they can't even get along with their own self. So if you can't get along with your own self, you definitely can't get along with other people. And so you have to keep them at arm's length. Hey, G Daddy, what's going on, bro? Hey, well, there's a reason why, Harlan. You know, I keep hearing myself. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll be right back again. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to fix that computer. Yeah, but pride and ego and anger, all of those things are a bad combination if you don't know what you're doing. You know, so I know for me, I've always been the eternal optimist. Now that's not to say that I don't. I go through it too. You know, but I've learned how to when that negative energy comes, you have to just you have to take it on, understand, you know, why it's there, what the deal is, and say, hey, I'm gonna deal with this right here, right now. If it takes me a couple of days, then you take a couple of days, get yourself together. You know, try to stay away from, you know, the positive people so that you don't because you don't want to put that energy on them. You know, you just accept it and say, okay, I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna work it out, and then I'm gonna be done with it. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race, nephew. You know that. We are all a work in progress. And anybody that thinks they have it all together and they have all the answers, they don't. However, their pride and their ego will tell them that they are the cat's meow. But we have to forgive. Sometimes people say, well, it's just unforgivable. If that's your mindset, then you'll never be able to forgive. because that was snowball. Then all of a sudden everything becomes unforgivable. And then you end up alone, miserable. Yeah, but yeah, that is true, Harlan. But some people they don't get it. And everybody has their own rock bottom. So they won't get it until they get it. And for me, if you don't get it and you're still trying to push that stuff on me, I really truly don't have time for it. Because there are things that I'm trying to accomplish, places I want to go, goals that I want to accomplish. So I have to understand that what I put out is what I'm going to get back. And if I'm constantly trying to deal with somebody else's foolishness, I won't have time for my own. We have to figure out a way, whether it's whether you do it by yourself or whether you get a friend to help you. And sometimes we have to seek professional help. Hey, Aunt Maddie, thank you. It's okay to say I need help. Because you have to dig down into that deep place. Hey, like mother, like daughter, what's going on? You have to go down to that deep, dark place. The place where you don't like to go yourself. So you definitely don't want to bring nobody in there. But sometimes you have to, because it's the only way you can clear it out. Hey, Naj. Oh. You have to just go to that deep, dark place. Because the only way you can get out of that funk is to deal with what's in there. All right. Well, that's good, CC. It's ugly and it's dark in there and it's scary. And we usually don't want to go there because, we're trying to avoid the pain. But the only way to get rid of the pain is to confront it. That which you do not confront, you can't heal. And like I said, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes, like, it's not easy. Trust me when I tell you. And sometimes you have to admit that sometimes, you're the problem. And it's okay. Sometimes we are the negative one, the toxic one. But the only way to find that out is that you have to go down in that spot. Yeah, whole lot of patience. Yes. As the song goes, no pain, no gain. You definitely have to trust the process. And that's just like anything. Everything is a process. And you have to trust the process. Sometimes you have to go out there and just do it on blind faith. And understand that as you're going through this process, everything that you need, it'll come, the people. Because once you start to put out a different kind of energy, you'll attract a different kind of energy. If you're always mad and negative, then that's what you'll get. Oh no, it definitely don't happen overnight. And if it does happen overnight, you better check it, because something's not right with it. So we go through the process and we work at it and we work at it. And there'll be days when you'll feel like, all you're doing and you're not getting anywhere. But just keep going. Don't stop. Yeah, you definitely skipped some steps. You missed, and you missed a whole lot of lessons. It may feel good right then, but as you continue to go, you'll figure out that you missed some lessons because you won't be prepared for something that's going to happen because you decided to skip that lesson. Hey, Bugs Light, thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. Please make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. And earlier, my nephew said that he's a work in progress. Yes, we're all a work in progress. I know for sure I am. I look back at some of my old videos when I first started, and I look at how far I've come. But I do know that I have, a lot further to go. But because I've decided, to work with different people and open myself up and share, the energy that I'm putting out is starting to, to work. And I know that there's work that I need to put in, and I'm willing to do that. When I started this whole YouTube thing, it's daunting. Somebody had said something about editing, that I wouldn't know how to edit a video of any kind. I'd say you was crazy. But I find myself now watching like the little cartoons and okay, Noam. And I see the some of the little things that they have on these on these cartoons. And I'm like, man, this is cool. So I started to experiment, and the best thing that I did was stop editing on my phone and start editing from my computer. For one reason, I can see better. I was trying to figure out why my head would hurt, my eyes would hurt. And I'm like, cause you sitting there trying to do this stuff on this phone. Although the phone was, nice, it's a nice size phone, but it is a whole lot easier sitting there looking at this computer screen, and I have more options. So yeah, the process is working. And it's becoming fun. It's frustrating. Now, I don't know. I've yet to figure out how I find fun in something that's frustrating. I'm trying to tell you, once you start using the computer, because trust me when I tell you, once you start, if you just start doing it positive, because I was the same way. My son, he's like, Dad, I'm gonna put this thing on your computer, and you can you can edit from the computer. I'm like, okay, cool, but I wouldn't do it. I did it one time, and I'm like, oh man, I can't figure this out. And then my pride kicked in. Said, ask your son to help you. Nope, didn't want to do it. He wasn't gonna come and say nothing because he knew that my pride was gonna keep me from asking. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? You have not because you asked not. So I started asking questions and really, really working on it. And once I did the first video and had some semblance of success, I was like, man, I can do this. And then I started to fiddle faddle with it and would come up with new things and figured out how to upload and download stuff from the computer and online. And, it helps. This editing thing, if you don't edit, you have no clue. You have it takes sometimes, depending on the video, it'll take 2-3 days to edit a 10-minute video, especially when you have a whole lot of footage and you're like, okay, I need to break this down so that I can get a nice, good video, because some of the footage is unnecessary. You're trying to cut out, dead air and, blunders and bloopers. But yeah, I'm starting to really, really enjoy this process. It takes a lot of time, and that's another reason why I decided to change the way I do the morning motivations. I'm learning that. I try to do everything myself. I need to learn to ask for help. I have a mindset. Want something done, you want it done right. Now, that is true, positive. If you want it done right, you do it yourself. But when you don't know what you're doing, it ain't gonna come out right anyway. So yeah, that's that pride thing. We all have it. That's why I try not to be judgmental of people, and because I know I wouldn't ask, I got it from my father, because my father was never lost. I don't care where we went, he was never lost. I don't care how many times we went around the circle and I would see the same tree about 4 times. He wasn't lost. He might not have known where he was going. My mother would say, "Are you lost?" "Nah, I ain't lost. I got this." He wasn't lost. There was a difference. I don't know. He didn't know where he was going, but he wasn't lost. And that's me. I don't care where we go. I'm right, Harlan. I don't care where I go. I ain't never lost. I don't always know where I'm going, but I ain't lost. And one thing for sure, if I can't get to the place that I was supposed to be going to, I can definitely get back home. So I ain't never lost. As long as I can find my way home, I ain't lost. But we be riding in that car, and my mother be like, "David, are we lost?" Heck nah, bruh. For real. I mean, they be in the car, especially if they done had a taste. Now, see, I didn't know anything about, you wasn't supposed to drive while you intoxicated. I didn't know nothing about that. All I knew is that, if they had they would have a taste and they'd be driving. My father would be driving. And I would know then, and then I think back, I would see the car going, he was swaying a little bit. And my mother sitting there, "What you doing? Where you going?" "I got this, Ruth. I'm all right. We okay. I'm good. I know where we going." Yeah. But see, and he was the one that I always called for. He was my GPS before GPS. Because I could call my father and I'd be like, "Dang, when I first went to Delaware, to Dover Downs, I had no idea how to get there. I called my father because he was a cab driver and he knew everything. I think that's why I think I know everything now. Yes. He knew the directions to get anywhere. He gave me those directions. I wrote them down and I followed them to the T. As long as you follow the directions, you'll get there. And I would get there and I'd be like, yeah. I call and like, I need to get such. You go such. Take such, turn left, go. I'm like, man. Life don't get no better than that. I miss that dude, man, for real. I miss that dude. He was my first hero. So yeah, but I done got off subject. But hey, that's what we do around here, right? You okay, Kevin? I'm about to go help my team. Okay. That guy, man, he would every day he would get up and he'd look at the paper and he'd read the obituary section. And I called my mother, where daddy? He gone to so and so's funeral, or he going to such and such wake. And so I remember my brother saying, one day he gonna look at the paper and see his own obituary. I'm like, really? How you do that? But I was a kid. I don't know no better. And then, and I would find myself doing that sometimes. But then I'm like, you know what? Once the newspaper became obsolete, because I went in the store one day and the newspaper was $1.25. I'm like, I remember when this newspaper was like a quarter. And then the Sunday paper, they want, I think, $3. That was what, 50 cents, 75 cents for the. Well, I'm telling on myself. I'm telling my age. But yeah, newspaper is obsolete. Now everything is on the internet. But shout out to the 7 people that's still here. I thank y'all. We got about a little less than 10 minutes to go. I try to stay within my time frame because I'm trying to learn how to do this thing, an hour show. Now tomorrow night, if y'all aren't doing anything, I'll have Love and Slow Jams with DJ Uncle. With DJ Unk. No, Unk the DJ. I done forgot my own little crazy name. Unk the DJ. Just 2 hours of old school slow jams. You sit back and chill. Yeah, but I'm trying to work on this time thing. But yeah, like I said, Unk the DJ from 8 to 10 Friday nights. At least for now. That schedule is subject to change. That's just something different, something that I decided I wanted to do. I've always wanted to do a radio show, sort of like the original Quiet Storm. Not this silk shirt, bruh. Yeah, I'm gonna. I've always wanted to do that. So YouTube has provided me an opportunity to act like I'm a late night radio host. So that's going to be fun doing that. Yeah, man. What's going on, bro? How you feeling? How's the family? How's everybody doing? Again, my condolences. Auntie passes on her condolences too. Yeah, but that's tomorrow night at 8. So make sure you tune in. Get your brown liquor bottle, break out your brown liquor. Yeah, just some old school kind of stuff. Not too old school, maybe 70s, 80s, and 90s. More 70s and 80s. The 90s and the 2000s, I don't know what kind of music they and this music that they play now, I don't know. It's not even music. They got beat machines and they don't have instruments. Oh, thank you. They got beat machines and auto tunes and yeah, Boone's boy, that OE, Boone's Farm. What else? What else we used to drink? Champagne. OE. Yeah, OE. Mad Dog. Yo, Mad Dog. But the crazy thing is my dad used to go down to Carolina and he would come back with that moonshine. And I never knew I had no idea. I would be sitting behind the bar. I was like, what is this in this jug? It's in the corner that ain't with the rest of the liquor. So I decided one night I was going, give it a shot. Man, I drank some of that corn liquor. I realized that ain't for me. I mean, that thing just set my whole life on fire. And then it was a different kind of drunk. I guess because, when I would go, we sit out and drink in the park, we was drinking wine and beer. That was that grown folk stuff right there. Man, my heart felt like it was about to jump out my chest. My head started spinning. I remember sitting at the bar and my father came downstairs to ask me, was I okay? And I'm like, I couldn't talk. Next thing I knew, I was asleep, sitting behind the bar. I'm sure my father came downstairs and looked at me and laughed. Called myself being grown. But before I go, I just want to get back to the original topic. And I just want to read a little passage that I came across. And it says, when you are unforgiving and carry animosity, you feed the very soul of conflict that keeps your pain alive. If you suffocate your heart with anger, all your dreams would die. The only way to allow your soul to fully breathe is to forgive. So if somebody has done you wrong and you just can't seem to understand why it is that they have this much control over your actions and your reactions, it's probably because you haven't truly forgiven them. I wish I could do that laugh, Harlan. You got it down pat. But yeah, just forgive them. Let it go. It gets better. And you'll notice a difference in your life and the people around you. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming through. I'll be back, like I said, tomorrow night with Love and Slow Jams. I'll be back Saturday night with more Let's Talk. I appreciate you. I love y'all. And remember to be happy on purpose and know that I believe in you. Believe in you too. Good night.